How do you feel now being in this state?
A feeling of satisfaction? It's amazing. Imagine working hard all day, then rewarding yourself afterward. It is a feeling only those who truly strive can understand.
Ha ha ha. The same faint feeling you lived with during the past 2 years wasn't fooling yourself enough for you to stop and question the value of all this effort and time you invested in your life?
You keep repeating the same words. What's new?
Have you forgotten how you were 4 years ago? They used to describe you as stupid and weak, and they were right. You knew it yourself. What made you have that belief and think you changed, while you're still the same?
Of course, I exaggerated that image of myself, but it was a deep belief I accepted, and it reflected on my behavior. Today, I'm no longer that person. I became stronger.
If that were true, she wouldn't have left you for your foolishness. If that were true, you wouldn't have lost the fight yesterday because of fear. If that were true, you wouldn't have such fragile confidence that collapses at the first test. Admit it. Say the truth.
Thinking about such things only gives them more power than they deserve. No, I'm not what you say. I'm stronger than before, and I'm aware of my weaknesses.
Oh, how pathetic. I truly pity you in this state. Come to your senses and admit who you really are. You will understand what I mean later.
Damn you! I will prove you're wrong.
Let's see how the Blue Knight rides his horse after forgetting his sword at home. Ha ha ha.
Welcome to my little empire. Self-worth is not built with nice convincing words, nor with actions you do just to please yourself, but with deep-rooted beliefs that restrict your faith in yourself, and a past that erases your progress in the present. Let's continue the first chapter of the book. We have reached the third and final case of self-esteem problems. Deep-rooted beliefs. Don't forget to subscribe and let's get started. From the moment you're born until this very moment, you have gone through many situations that form beliefs about yourself. These beliefs create an image you now see in yourself, whether you love it or hate it. What makes a person believe they are weak or a failure? What makes someone despise themselves and think they are worthless in life? Do they deserve love or not? The reason is that this person experienced a specific situation, often in childhood, which left an emotional impression, good or bad. From that moment, their personality and self-image begin to form. The problem is that people rarely question these beliefs or try to change them. Instead, they accept them as permanent truth that can never change. A psychologist once encountered a patient who said she made a small mistake at work. Her manager became angry and told her she was a failure and had no value. Of course, such a simple mistake doesn't mean you're truly bad, but the danger was the belief she created about herself, linking everything to that one mistake. The doctor asked her, "When was the first time you felt this way?" After several questions, she remembered a childhood moment. She had shown her school results to her mother, who became angry because her grades weren't good enough and told her she was a failure with no value. She remembered the scene clearly, the angry mother, the pain she felt, and the belief that she was worthless. The doctor asked her, "Do you see that little girl and feel what she felt?" She said yes. He asked, "What do you see in that little girl?" She replied, "Of course, she's a failure and had no value." The doctor said, "If you could speak to that little girl, what would you tell her?" She answered, This wasn't failure. Don't judge yourself when you're still young. There is many chances ahead. Deep-rooted beliefs feel extremely real to most people, but that doesn't mean they are true. They can be reviewed, questioned, and traced back to their source. Otherwise, they become unquestionable judgments, controlling our lives. Dr. Muhammad Ibrahim says, we must review our judgments about ourselves and not surrender to illusions that accumulate inside us as sitting in the unconscious mind. A person dives into their memories to uncover buried psychological wounds. This method is called introspection. Through reviewing memories and asking, what did this belief come from? What caused it? Most of the time, the person discovers it was just exaggeration and illusion, and their self-confidence begins to return. 5 tips for evaluating yourself. First, discover your strengths and sharpen them. Everyone has strengths that distinguish them from others. Find yours, develop them, and use it to serve your goal. Some people are good at speaking, so they use it for positive words. Some people have strong anger, so they channel it to defend weak and fight injustice. Search for your strengths and work for them. And do not ignore your weaknesses. You cannot fight an enemy you don't know. Improve them as much as you can to become the best version of yourself. Remember, perfection is an illusion that harms your soul. You do not seek to become perfect, because you'll never will, but to work toward it to keep improving yourself. Once I saw a quote that deeply moved me. There is no end to perfection, only end to striving. Second, don't despise yourself. Self-contempt is an unhealthy behavior. Some believe insulting themselves prevents arrogance or mistakes, but surrendering to it leads to one of the worst personalities, the apathetic personality, marked by self-hatred and emotional numbness. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Let none of you say, my soul has become corrupt." Arrogance is not cured by humiliation, but by knowing one's limits and working to improve them. Third, positive message. Psychological support greatly helps restore self-confidence. Every human needs encouragement. It highlights strengths and motivates growth. A child supported by parents grows confident and successful. Athletes perform better when cheered, and worse when criticized. The Prophet Muhammad used to remind his companions of their good qualities, and he said, "A kind word is charity." Fourth, praise yourself without exaggeration. Just as you accept praise from others, accept it from yourself. Appreciate your achievements without arrogance. Show your talents while remaining humble. Hiding your abilities out of fear of pride causes unworthy people to take your place. Do not bury your gifts and lose your chances. Why you wrong yourself believing you don't deserve better? Think deeply about what you truly have. Fifth, filtering personal problems. Condemning bad behavior, not the person. Rejecting someone because of mistakes only pushes them further into wrongdoing. This is known in psychology as labeling. That's why criminals' newspapers avoid publishing first-time crimes to allow perform correct behavior without attacking identity. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and benefited from this episode. I look forward to see you again in another video with a new topic from this book. Peace to those who came and farewell to those who left.